Brazil in global coordination, a vector for decentralizing energy power. Conclusion: Brazil has been participating in the reconfiguration of the global energy sector since the mid-2000s, within the context of Petrobras' international expansion. The acquisition of the Pasadena refinery, originally owned by Estoril, became a landmark case, involving elevated costs and contractual controversies. This movement anticipates the gradual flexibilization of state control over strategic assets and the subsequent fragmentation of the downstream sector. In subsequent years, the divestment agenda was intensified. During Jair Bolsonaro's administration, the sale of the Landulfo Alves refinery in Bahia to Mubadala, linked to the United Arab Emirates, expanded the presence of international actors in Brazilian refining and reinforced integration with global energy capital flows. In parallel, geopolitical pressures on strategic producers, such as Venezuela and Iran, have reshaped access to reserves and intensified competition for influence. In Europe, efforts to reduce dependence on traditional suppliers, particularly Russia, have accelerated. Within this context, Brazil positions itself as a strategic platform in global negotiations, combining natural resources, energy potential, agricultural capacity, and new exploratory frontiers. This does not reflect isolated protagonism, but rather a functional insertion into an energy system in transition, increasingly decentralized, competitive, and multipolar. Beyond the energy dimension, this positioning reflects a broader strategic convergence. Natural assets, food production capacity, and access to critical resources increasingly operate as integrated variables within global coordination frameworks. In this sense, energy is no longer an isolated sector, but part of a wider architecture of influence. Humanitarian debates surrounding the crisis in Gaza have mobilized countries that continue to deliberate on the policies adopted by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, particularly regarding the reasonableness and proportionality of such measures. However, within the broader reconfiguration of the global energy sector, underlying agreements and institutional references trace back to the post-1945 order, the founding of the United Nations, transatlantic arrangements between the United States and European countries, the recognition of human rights, the establishment of regional judicial bodies such as the Inter-American Court of Human Rights, and the recognition of the State of Israel. In this context, recent statements by global leaders indicate support for structural reforms, including potential reconfiguration of the United Nations itself. These developments not only reshape the energy sector, but also place pressure on, and may ultimately redefine, the foundational treaties governing relations among signatory states. Sam Madison, strategist and author, explore a curated editorial platform focused on strategy, performance, and global analysis. Sam Madison Review, Law Business Society, Sam Madison Magazine, Performance Sports Economics Technology Pop Culture. Available on Amazon. Watch the digital light edition on YouTube.